Good evening. On our special at 10, the big announcement by Trinamool Chief Mamata Banerjee, UPA's largest ally, has said the government's gone too far and she's had enough. She's pulling support and her 6 ministers will submit their resignation on Friday. So will the government survive? And who will step into Trinamool's shoes? First, let's just hear exactly what Mamata Banerjee said earlier and what the other people, other players in this entire game, they're saying about this move.
मैंने बोला withdrawing support. क्या बोलता है? क्या लगता है? That's why our number one decision, our ministers will go to Delhi on Friday, the Jummah bar. At 3 o'clock, they will submit their resignation to Honorable Prime Minister. 2, আমরা decide করেছি, আমরা UPA 2 তে থাকছি না। আমি sorry এ কথা বলবার জন্য, এটা unfortunate for me to announce all this. But I waited to suppress the coal gate, started this FDI gate. Is it proper? Is it the supporting hands? So for this to divert the issue, sometimes somebody is to build a cat.
हर मुद्दे पर समाजवादी पार्टी समर्थन करेगी कांग्रेस का, ये कांग्रेस को मानकर नहीं चलना चाहिए। जिस तरीके से ये गवर्नमेंट काम कर रही है, मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा कि ये मनचाहे मनमाने तरीके से काम कर रही है। हम कोई अल्टीमेटम देने वाली बात नहीं कहते हैं, हम फिलहाल इतना ही कहते हैं, जो समझदार होते हैं उनके लिए इशारा काफ़ी हो।
आखिरी सवाल कि जिस तरह से सरकार में ममता बनर्जी ने छोड़ा है, मंत्रिमंडल खाली होंगे, क्या समाजवादी पार्टी कंसिडर करेगी अगर कांग्रेस ऑफर करती है कि सरकार को ज्वाइन करे?
नहीं, समाजवादी पार्टी किसी कीमत पर सरकार ज्वाइन नहीं कर सकती।
कोई खास कारण?
कारण यह है कि 2014 के चुनाव में कांग्रेस की क्रेडिबिलिटी इतनी खराब हो गई है कि जो इसमें शामिल हो जाएगा वो खत्म हो जाएगा।
तृणमूल कांग्रेस को हमेशा हमने अपना बहुमूल्य सहयोगी माना है और जो कुछ ममता जी ने आज कहा है, उसके बावजूद जब तक कोई अंतिम परिणाम सामने नहीं आता, हम उन्हें अपना बहुमूल्य सहयोगी मानते रहेंगे। उन्होंने कुछ बातें कही हैं, कुछ मुद्दे उठाए हैं, निश्चय ही उन पर सरकार से बातचीत होगी और चर्चा होगी। इसके बाद जो नतीजा निकलेगा, जो परिणाम सामने आएगा, उसकी जानकारी आपको दे दी जाएगी।
If the building is tottering, if one brick is removed, the building inherently becomes unstable, which it has become today. But yes, the arrogance of the Congress government stands exposed, which promised on the floor of the House that will take all the stakeholders, including political parties, on board and form a consensus before FDI in detail. Forget a position like the BJP. It did not take its allies also into confidence. This arrogance stands shattered. And if it is a sinking government with the beginning of the end, surely it will have ramifications.
Okay, Rahul Srivastava was talking to the BJP's Ravi Shankar Prasad there. We'll be going across to Rahul and my other colleagues covering that story in just a bit. First, just to introduce the panelists over here from the Trinamool Congress, we have KD Singh joining us. In studio, we have the NCP's Majid Memon, we have Shahid Siddiqui, who knows, who is a commentator and who also knows how the SP works. Their role becomes crucial right now. We heard Ram Gopal Yadav speak over there. We also have the BJP senior leader, Prakash Javadekar, joining us from the capital. Rahul, first to you. How are the numbers looking for the UPA? They've been optimistic till now. Does that optimism still stand, especially after that tricky interview that you did with Ram Gopal Yadav there?
Sunitra, 72 hours that Mamata Banerjee has offered is perhaps a window of opportunity for a compromise. But within the government, there is a view that the Prime Minister had staked his reputation, perhaps to remove the tag of disarray, pushed for reforms, and the FDI perhaps was a sign of that. At this juncture, going back on it perhaps might dent the image perhaps might dent the image of the Prime Minister. So can there be a compromise? That is one question. Then the other question is that yes, the government's dependence on players from Uttar Pradesh really mounts now. It will become increasingly premium support given by the Samajwadi Party and the Bahujan Samaj Party. The crisis is that both these parties have done well in Uttar Pradesh at the cost of the Congress Party. Will they like the Congress to actually survive longer, push a lot of agenda, do well in future so that the Congress can have chances of doing better? Certainly not. So they will, in case, even if they keep supporting the Congress Party, they will keep rocking the boat of the Congress Party, keep opposing several reform moves, and that is why they will keep the Congress on its toes. The other crisis for the Congress Party is that not only that perhaps only 19 might be going if TMC does withdraw its support as it has promised, but the fact remains that though Lok Sabha might not be a case of worry, the Rajya Sabha is a serious worry for the government, because in the Rajya Sabha, the Congress's numbers are such that its dependence, despite depending on the BSP and the Samajwadi Party, if Trinamool actually walks out, it's really on sticky wicket. So if the government needs legislations to push reform agenda or even basic legislations, and the Congress does not have the numbers in Rajya Sabha, it does become slightly a lame duck government. Will the Congress look at surviving, or will the Congress be looking at actually being a functional government? This is the kind of a decision the Congress has to take. The BSP is still keeping its cards close to its chest, though Mulayam Singh Yadav's party is saying that our support should not be taken for granted. This party, Congress party, and its government has lost credibility. Anybody who stays with the government for too long will be losing credibility, might get wiped out. But these are loud noises and posturing, perhaps to put the Congress on the defensive. The fact remains that at this juncture, the Samajwadi Party will not like to push the government and allow the BSP to come closer to the Congress Party, because that's a combination the Samajwadi Party will like to avoid. Though the Samajwadi Party is in a high state of preparedness to go into elections at this juncture, somewhere the BSP factor will rule in its mind. So both the parties will try to see what the other are doing. BSP says our decision is not going to get influenced by what TMC is saying. We will decide on the 9th or the 10th, when our national executive meets in Lucknow, what exactly our stand is going to be. So again, the government has certain window of opportunity for negotiations. But certainly one thing which is emerging as far as both these allies or several other allies of the government are concerned, that depending on undependable partners is not a very happy proposition for the Congress Party. Perhaps the number game the Congress can still manage, because if you look at the UPA figures, along with the supporting players, 320 odd, 19 of Mamata Banerjee go away. Maybe the issue-based system might come into play. Maybe the secular parties factor might help the Congress to survive. But questions the Congress needs to address right now, is it looking at survival, or is it planning to be a government that is in control, governing the country?
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.